Spread them cheeks.
It's the end of both of our fucking weeks.
Oh, nothing sacred, bitches.
Yeah, end of the week edition.
Hey, attrition. I am Cruise Control.
I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
Yeah, we're pumped up because it is both of our Fridays. When was the last fucking time that happened, man? Well, okay, you've got some shit to do tomorrow, so it's a quasi-Friday to you, I guess, but not necessarily a full Friday. And it is Friday the 24th of June, 2016, 6/24/16 of this. It's 2016, bro. It's 2016. You getting tired of hearing that, by the way?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Dude, it's 2016.
I use it myself, in certain situations, but yeah, I know what you're saying. People throw it around a lot.
Yeah, it's like, all right, yeah, it's 2016. Okay, yeah, we get it. We know what year it is.
Well, what I was going to say, too, is earlier when we were talking about the end of the week edition, I'm thinking, well, we don't have week editions. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, it's the show for the week.
Yes, okay, no, but see, I always thought that just talk, because remember, I never was on every show every week.
That's what I'm saying. It was a 5-day-a-week show.
No, but I'm just saying I never popped in on any of the shows. So for me, it was always this is about exactly the same as it has always been with the show when it was STEM.
Yeah, that's true.
So for me, it's the same, and it really just it's an identifier of the end of the normal calendar week. So every Friday will always be end of the week edition, AIDS Attrition. Every Wednesday would always be Hump Day edition, AIDS Attrition.
So I guess people kind of know when we did these shows. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, well, it's got to have some. We got to pull some shit over from the other one, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to. That's basically like the genes that came over from STEM radio.
It's a trademark.
Think about it. We've been doing that for what 9 years now, probably. When did we start doing that? Yeah. Who knows? Anyways, everybody, we got a packed show today. Oh boy, packed,
Daddy.
Packed like luggage on that an abusive husband is leaving his abusive wife to get away, and since there's no actual male abuse shelters, he has to rent a hotel room and take a suitcase.
Well, or packed like the wife in an ice crate because her husband beat her to death with a wooden chair, and she hemorrhaged in her brain.
See, you missed what I was doing there, Max. See.
How did I? Oh, here we go. MC Improv. All right, what did I do wrong, MC Improv?
See, we're gonna get our own version of political correct here, buddy. All right, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
See, what's going on here is what you did. What I was doing, I was trying to bring the plight of the abused male into light.
Yeah, while I was showing the opposing side.
No, you showed the standard trope of the man beating and killing the woman, which reinvigorates stereotypes that should not be reinvigorates or reinforced. Hey, actually, no, it does.
Yeah.
Wait, wrong. That's actually a good word. Reinvigorate. It reinvigorates the stereotype.
Reinvigorated my stereotype.
Wait, hold on, motherfucker. I'm gonna look up this word and find out what
reinvigorated. I don't know. I mean, even if it is or it isn't, it's gonna be funny.
Of course, I'm just fucking around, but
I know you are.
But anyways, yeah. So we got a big show today. Huge. We got Michael Jackson on. We've got Prince.
Dude, Easy's gonna be in this bitch too, man.
Easy's in this bitch, and Prince is in here. We're gonna knock him. We're gonna drop
you could say it's quite a deadly show.
Speaking of deadly, and speaking of dead semen or dead things or dead sleeping or whatever.
Dead everything, man.
So you actually have an update on the final update on the sleeping saga.
Sleep study. Yes, I got a call Monday.
Yeah, the sleep study semen saga.
Yes. So I got a call Monday, and she says, hey, I'm calling about your sleep study. Do you have a few minutes? I said, yeah, sure. So, yes, I do have sleep apnea.
Mm-hmm.
I guess from what she said, I stopped breathing 39 times that whole night.
Wow. So, did she say that was a lot?
Well, to me, it seems like a lot. I mean, it's a lot of time. Think of,
Well, I know. I'm just saying, but let's just put it in perspective. Maybe blubber Johnny over there does it 79 times a night, while you're.
Well, that's true.
Or maybe most people do it 5 times a night, and you're like, "Holy shit, you motherfucker!"
Yeah, exactly. Well, I just thought it was kind of a high number. Oh, well, I mean, it had to be because she said my oxygen dropped to 83. My blood oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
She said it was 83, which is low because if it's not over 90, they technically hospitalize your ass. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So, well, that's in normal. Like if somebody were to take your oxygen right now and it was like 74 or some shit, then they need to get your ass to a hospital. Stiznat. But So, whereas if it's like 94, 95, usually that's the healthy, and that's what it was when they took it when I first went, you know.
So, in other words, obviously, it wasn't that. It was only that low for a moment, for a little bit.
Yeah, for a period of time.
Like if they would have seen that for a bit, they would have went, "Oh shit, get him off, get him to the fucking dock."
Oh yeah, dude. I think if it stayed that way,
yeah, they would.
You know, like she said, dropped. So I'm assuming it went back up.
Wow. So that's obviously not good.
No, it isn't. So I got to go back for a follow-up sleep study. I'm going back this next week, actually. And actually, I'm not really too bothered about it. But they're going to get me fit for it. That's what they do for the follow-up sleep study for, is to fit you for the CPAP, like what kind you need.
So CPAP, what the fuck is that, basically?
She said it opens your airwaves. So I don't know if it's some kind of like guard you put in your nose or.
Wow, dude. So yeah, and think about this. Let's get a little philosophical. It seems like it's gonna be a philosophical.
It's gonna be a philosophical show, man.
A little pissed off a little bit, but philosophical too. Think about this. When did you first decide to do this?
When you were out here.
Yeah. So if I wouldn't have been sleeping on your fucking couch and would have said, "Dude, wake, what the fuck, dude, wake up."
Right. Well, okay.
You probably wouldn't have. I might have been the catalyst that put you. Not saying, "Hey, I'm the one who did." I'm saying that as fate would have it, I was there at that time to have heard that and go, "Whoa, dude, what the fuck, man?" I could hear it from the fucking living room. Literally, like I couldn't sleep. It was like, and it was scaring me, like, dude, because you were going, and I was like, "Whoa."
Really? So there were times where I was really.
Wow. Well, yeah, that's why I said, "Dude, you need to turn over, or you're on your fucking." Whatever, dude. I was like, you're like, okay. Damn. So, but you've heard that before, right?
Well, yeah, people have told me that, but, you know, all they say is, oh, it sounds like you stopped breathing there for a few minutes during the night, you know, blah, blah, blah. So,
a few minutes. Yeah,
you know, and I was like, are you sure? Are you know, like, the first one that told me was Shell, you know, which, you know, I had to take what she said with a grain of salt, pretty much, you know. And then, you know, there were other women I slept with that told me the same thing. And then friends started to tell me, like you told me, Jerkman told me, you know.
Oh yeah, so just like it just had to be done. Yeah, and it's just so you need to get this done, obviously, because anytime you probably notice, like, and that's why you some nights you're like, shit. You probably the good nights. I wonder if the good nights you sleep in a certain position.
You know, I really
like the good nights, like you blow your load and you just pass out on your stomach and just lay there. While the bad nights, you might blow your load and just lay on your back while the semen congeals in your stomach and you can't.
Or roll back over and get it on my back because I put my back in the nut.
And then so you're laying there and it's congealing and you're not breathing. You know, it's
right. I got congealed come on my stomach and I'm not. My lungs aren't.
Come on your stomach and your oxygen plummets. There we go. Yeah, so that's a new one. He's got come on his stomach and his oxygen plummets. He's got sleep apnea. That's gonna be our next song, dude. We're gonna do that song.
All right, it sounds good to me, man.
He's got
sounds
sleep apnea.
About appropriate too.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, man. I don't. Well, there are, like I said, there are some nights because I do have some good nights. Because like actually Monday I felt really good, dude. Monday and Tuesday, I was like, yeah, you know, I just had.
Well, let's think about it. Let's do like you said earlier. We're gonna start our Admiral Analyzer early.
Oh yeah,
evening.
let's start analyzing.
So let's ask this question: what do you notice? Do you recall anything different about how you fell asleep, or anything that those 2 evenings that you didn't have?
You know,
normally
I think
on nights
I just
when you can't.
Well, I slept pretty much the whole night those nights. You know, I don't remember getting up too much. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, what was it? Wednesday night and Thursday night. I woke up in the middle of the night and couldn't get back to sleep for a while. You know what I'm saying?
And I wonder maybe one of your moments woke you up. I wonder.
I don't know if it was that or if it was a dream I was having or what. I just started thinking. It made me start thinking like blah, 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 and stuff was like going through my head, and I'm like, okay, now I'm zoning off thoughts and I can't get back to sleep.
Yeah. I don't do that. I either lay there and can't sleep for a long time, then like I get 4 hours of sleep. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I just don't sleep enough to wake up in the middle of the night.
It's not.
I've gotten used to like 5-6 hours of sleep. I wake up at 7 for work, 6:45 or so in the morning.
Yeah,
and I go to bed about 12:30.
Well, here's the thing, dude, and just kind of funny. This is one of the things I wanted to talk about. But as adults, isn't it fucked up how it seems like every adult needs some kind of substance to get them motivated or moving? You know what I'm saying?
Well, it depends on you talking about like a chemical substance, like a drug?
Yeah, right. Yeah, and it could just be caffeine or food or something. But adults. It seems like all adults need something to get rolling. Whether it's a cigarette, whether it's a coffee, whether it's what I'm saying.
Well, it's habit, or whether it's even something like a run in the morning.
Yeah, true. Well, that's a chemical thing too.
Because here it is. That's the whole point. It's all about getting those endorphins going. What makes you feel good? What are you used to making yourself feel good?
Whereas kids, I don't think you needed that. You could just jump right the fuck out of bed.
Because
and be
kids
like,
didn't have the reality of existence meaning nothing, being shoved in their face all the time. So, and responsibility. They didn't have. You don't have responsibility as a kid, but you also don't have the experience in life to feel despair all the time.
Well, there you go.
That's pretty much.
Isn't it like after you've lived a little bit, you felt some shitty things. You're like, oh fuck, I don't want to go back there.
Well,
again.
You are though. It's going to be like there's going to be moments later on in life that are awesome, and then there's going to be moments that are in life that are going to suck balls. And if you're kind of in the middle of that, sometimes you don't know which one you're going to get, and so.
I guess what made me think of this, well, first of all, was the sleep stuff. That maybe like nights I drank or got fucked up, I slept better.
No, most likely not. Because think about it, man. Remember the week after that, because Monday and Tuesday you didn't.
Monday and Tuesday I was up and feeling good though. I remember I slept well.
Yeah, because you didn't drink.
Well, that's true, but it was after like it was sort of the stuff was still in my system. I think.
Not really. Not after 24 hours. And besides, alcohol does not help you sleep. Alcohol is horrible for sleep.
Well, because here's the thing, too, because, there were times, and we talked about this, where it takes you longer, now that you're older, to recover from a hangover.
Yeah,
because there are some times, dude, I can still feel, like just sleep is a little fucked up or something, or you just don't feel right, for whatever reason, several days after you drink, and, so that's the thing. That's why I'm like, well, was the alcohol still in my system, or did it, did I have a burst of youth again, and I just went back to my normal self after I stopped.
Your body probably said, "God, I need a rest," and when it was out of your system, just knocked you the fuck out because you weren't sleeping well. Because think about because remember when I talked to you and said, "Dude, you're dying in there," you were bent, dude.
Oh, I was like half out of it. I was like,
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying that night you got tossed, so it happened either way. It wasn't that helping you sleep. Because the apnea is what's really. I think that's the big. I mean, think about it, dude. You're stopping breathing, man.
Well, true.
You feel panicky for breath. Yeah.
Well, even my dreams. It's funny, dude. Like even in my dreams, I feel like I'm struggling a lot. Mm-hmm. Like if it's just something, I'm like, come on, like anxious almost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, this is probably going to help it. It's going to be interesting to see if this assists you. I think it probably will because this is the kind of shit that actual science does well. So.
Well, that's what I'm hoping. And I want to feel good. Well, not that I don't feel good. Believe me, man. I feel great. But I guess. And then the other thing was today I took a long ass nap, dude. This afternoon because I woke up at like 4 or 4:30 actually. So I got up and I was just real like melancholy and draggy and just kind of and then I ate dinner and then sparked a little bit,
Yeah.
And I feel right after I did that I'm like, hey, there's the pick me up I needed.
Well, a lot of it is, especially when you take naps. If you take too long of naps, it's gonna fuck you up. Usually a good hour nap. Like I nap. That's the reason why this started late. Sorry, audience. Sorry, this has started late for you.
Yeah.
Get it? Because we're not.
Yeah. The live audience was pissed,
anyway, because I fucking slept, dude. I was like 4:15. It's like I was thinking about do I want to sit. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna lay down for a bit. Fuck it. It's my Friday. I'm not doing shit. So I laid down and I was like, all right. And then 6 o'clock comes around. I'm like, oh shit! And I was gonna go to the store after I got up from my nap and just go to the store. And I slept a little too long and I had to like drag. I was like kind of like, you ever have that like weird like when you wake up and start walking somewhere, Like you wake up and like you go and you're like, almost like
you're like, what am I doing? I'm on automatic pilot.
Yeah, and like your upper body, like your head and your upper body feel a lot heavier than your lower body, so you're like a little wobbly. Because I got up and said, oh shit, I gotta go get some groceries. I gotta
start robo walking and shit. You're like,
because they got some specials at the Albertsons, and it's a brand opening. The Hagen's Blue here, it didn't do very well, so now the Albertsons took it back over. And got some cheap ass shit.
Ungrateful, man. I just got up and I had some got some music last night. Oh, there's a new album, by the way. Oh, fuck, dude. There's a few things. I forgot some butt plugs, dude.
Oh, okay. So we can do those at fuck it. We'll do them now.
You want to do them now?
Hey, does it matter? No, fuck it. Butt plug.
No. But our friend Crystal, she goes by DJ Criddle, actually.
Criddle, okay.
And she has a show. It's called The Forgotten Anthem. And right now she doesn't have a website, but you could add her. I believe it's DIBBIE 19871 on Twitter. That's her. If you want to add her on Twitter, that way she can, she'll keep you up on her shows and stuff. Okay. It's kind of like our show, dude. She does just like a one man, nothing sacred almost. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of rants and raves and bitches and moans and talk shit and
pretty much, that kind of shit.
And doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So because we're having fun doing it, and people. It's interesting though because we've been doing it for so long, So we got Crystal. That's the first one. So, but I'm just gonna say that we have so much to look back on. Like I usually don't listen to any of this shit that much, honestly.
Oh really?
But I can go back now whenever I want. If I ever get the hair up my ass, I'll just go. Oh, let's listen to some stuff, and there it is, right?
Yeah, that's true. You have access to it now.
Yeah. So I can just go, oh shit, remember that episode? So anyway, that's the first butt plug is Crystal. We'll get that
was the main butt plug that I was.
Thank you, Crystal, for supporting us, and we'll start supporting you too. So there you go.
Absolutely,
community shit.
Speaking of support, we're gonna have a new episode of support coming.
That'll be coming
soon.
Most likely by the end of the weekend, and hopefully we'll see. But it's coming together, and we're going to proof it soon, and then we're going to put it together, and it'll be the continuing saga. I think we'll see if you enjoy the episode. I think you'll like parts of it. Anyways, it's a Hube and Blue Lounge, so check that out, Hube and Blue Lounge. The link will be below as well for the first episode. You can catch up, and if you're catching this after the weekend, the second episode. So yeah.
Dude,
all right. Anyways,
so those are the main. Oh, and I was just it made me think, dude. You know that group, the 1975, that you like?
Yeah.
They got a new album out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, have you heard it?
Of course.
Oh.
You think I'm not going to know when a new band that I show you is coming out with a new album?
Well, you never know, man. I thought maybe I could surprise
they've got and they've got a couple of good songs on there. Not Giving It Up is a good song.
I like Ugh.
Yeah, Ugh. That's what I mean. Ugh. That's the one I figured you'd like. So 1975's got it. It's not as good as their first album.
I think I like it better. Dude.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't like a lot of the stuff as much as the first album.
There's some weird in the middle, some strange eclectic type shit.
She's an American girl.
Oh, I love that song, dude. That's
a decent song. Yeah, it's a good one. The sound is okay.
The sound is awesome too.
Yeah, so they definitely have some good stuff on there. So check that out too. 1975 and go check out some Vertical Horizon, because,
you will be.
Rockin' Vegas, Vertical Horizon, bitches! Anyways, they're good, too. That's my musical plug for the fucking day. So anyway, what's next? Oh, let me start here. We're talking about...
You had some shit, didn't you?
Yeah, and we were talking about science, and I want to talk about just the nature of people just have no idea. It's weird. You think that and this is observation for a job, you think that with technology... and other things, people would be more aware of how things work. But like credit cards and stuff, you would think they'd actually know how credit cards work, because I mean, and you use the way I think about it is you use the analogy of cash, right? Mm-hmm. So let's say, remember when we were kids, we all knew what money was. We counted money out. We understood it. Felt in our hands.
How much you had,
how much you had, what you could afford, how important it was to not take it or use it. Like, I don't know many kids in my time that would knowingly just buy something with their mom's money. I mean, sometimes I guess, but it just seems like now, there's no idea how money really works or the importance of it, or just It's like with the credit.
I think there is. People do have an idea, but they just don't give a shit.
Well,
dude.
no, because there's no. I wonder if it's because of the physicality of money that used to be. Like it used to be cash. Like we get 20
True,
bucks.
you could count it and you knew how much you had.
Now you get your parents dropping 20 into your gift account on fucking Amazon, right? So it's not really there. It's like there, but not. It's like a number. Well, before it was like, oh, money, man. You got to count your change. You fucking pour your change out. You count. You felt it. You knew it was yours. Now it's like, oh, mom, put this. Oh, well, this is her card. I'm just gonna buy this.
Well, what I was thinking though is
went from 7,900 to 7,500. Whoops, whatever.
Well, see, the thing is, like, I think what you're gonna say is like it's a billing situation where somebody's like, I didn't know. They try to use that as an excuse, right?
They never know. Like they don't even check. Like they don't even know. Like this has been going on for 7 months. Like it's our fault that they didn't check their fucking account to see if they had $10 removed every fucking month for the last 7 months. And then they blame us as if we were sneaky about it. No, fuckface. You signed up for it, and you signed up for something called. It's like called a subscription.
Well, there are. Okay, now I will say for a second though, man, there are companies that, like for instance, the one time I helped Jerkman with his website, it was like $20 or something. One month, and I said, well, okay, my card won't stay on file, right? And they were like, yeah, no, we'll take it out. And I'm like, okay, great. So sometimes. All of a sudden,
but when it happens over and over and over and over, because what I was going to say, the reason I was going with that is I know that there are shady companies, but that's because those are most of the shady companies can't be. The mega large companies can't be shady in some ways. I know you said they can, but in some ways they cannot, and that was one way they can't because they'll get pinned. The big bad company, $1 billion company, blah blah blah.
Well,
but people don't understand the idea of a subscription or anything, and you don't know. Like, okay, well, it just said 1 month. Yeah, it said 1 month on a subscription plan. The first month blank. The next month after that is the normal price. But I didn't read that. Okay, you didn't read that. Well, and now you're calling back 7 months later, and it says subscription. See, do you know what I wanted to say to these people, do you know what subscription means? It's a continuing service. You are subscribing to something.
Right? Well, we'll see, because I actually use something to, was it Intelius, to look up a phone number. And anyway, they say if you cancel your subscription, before 7 days, they'll only bill you this much, or whatever. So now I got to see. Hopefully, they won't bill me the following month again, because that happens too, dude. Sometimes you get, like I said, companies will just leave your shit in there and, oops, sorry, it was accident.
Yeah, sometimes.
That's how they get around that
I guess, but but some people call and they go, we called, and there's no indication that they called at all, no fucking record of it. And I guess my problem is that people don't understand like basic principles. Like when it was before, it's like you're subscribing. This is a service. It's like, okay, so you it's almost like, how do you not know the difference between this and something like Netflix? Netflix, you subscribe, and once you quote unquote subscribe, it's a monthly recurring charge. Like, how do you not know that? How do you not understand?
Well, you'd think they would. But
idiocy. And so this brings up the other call, and this is amazing. An adult in this fucking universe could actually have this fucking the idiocy this guy did.
Okay.
This motherfucker calls, and he has the product that I work with, and he's like, I'm calling from, I'll just say that I'm calling from Best Buy, and I am upset because I talked to somebody last night, and they directed me here, and they won't take back my product. And I'm like, oh.
Wait. Did he buy it from Best Buy? No, right?
Of course he did.
Okay.
So he's like, this is what I'm talking about. I go, okay, sir, I'm sorry you had this issue, blah, 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 going through my usual spiel that I got to, like, kind of rub some taint, like, I'm bang. So, and he's going, he goes, I got this a couple weeks ago. I did not like this product, and I could not get back within the 15-day return time at this store. So what are you going to do about it? They will only return $100 of my money, and I paid $500 for this. What are you going to do about it?
How did you even end up part of the equation?
Because he's a fucking moron. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, how do you even function and not know? You can't call the company that made a product when you return the product later than the place you bought it from's fucking return policy, and call them and expect, I'm just going to put $400 on your account. I'm going to send you a fucking check because you bought something somewhere, didn't return it in the time that you returned it, and now you're mad because you can't return it because you said I was busy. your fucking problem, dude. You fucking moron. Like, how do you even fucking...
somebody at the store might have just been fucking with him and said, call the company, buddy.
No, they said that there's nothing more we can... Yeah, they did, I guess, because he was probably bitching at him, saying, you need to return this. And they go, well, I'm sorry, our return policy is 15. Well, I couldn't get back here. Well, that's not our fucking problem. That's yours, dude. Right. But then because I go, we'll be happy. I go, do you have nothing wrong? He's like, I just didn't like it. I'm like, okay, so you didn't like it. So if you went into a fucking... You bought a movie, in a movie theater, didn't like the movie, you're going to call the fucking studio and complain and try to get the money back from them?
Yeah, dude, that's...
It is, dude.
But I bet you somebody was fucking with him in the store. Was like, call the company, buddy.
So your person called, I am down here now, and they were wrong. They told me that they could... And I'm like, oh, they told me they could help, And I'm like, They told me they could. They're the ones. They're the only ones who can help because I'm never buying a product from you again. I'm like, you didn't buy. I want to say you didn't buy it from us, cocksucker. You bought it from a fucking store that happened to sell something that we had. You didn't return it in time, you dumb fuck. How do you function? This guy's an adult.
So in his case, obviously you couldn't help him, and you had to tell him this, right?
Of course I did. I'm like, I'm sorry, sir. If it was an issue with your actual, product, I would be able to assist you. By if it was something like a hardware issue, you bought it in a couple of weeks ago, we'd be able to help you. But he just didn't like it.
Hopefully you don't have one of those bosses that gets mad when you tell them you can't help them. I actually had a boss like that, dude, one time.
Yeah, well, they do get on that bullshit, but there's at some point it's called a hard message. You just got to give it to them and give it,
yes, that's the reality of it. But some Chronicons are so deep in there. You just told me couldn't help them. Well, nigga, what you want me to do?
Yeah,
So yeah, no, I definitely. Oh fuck, dude, I can. Totally
but the guy, I was almost like laughing at the guy. I was like, trying not to be like, are you kidding me? You're calling us? You're gonna call us to? You're gonna call Stofers?
Yeah, dude, if I get food poisoning from a Stouffer's pizza...
Well, actually, that would you can call them for that. But I'm talking about, like, let's say you're at a store and you buy anything. You buy anything. You buy anything. You take it back to the store. You're not going to call the company and be... I'm like, that's one of the stupidest calls I've had. And the thing is, the guy didn't sound dumb. He sounded like, he's like, I'm a busy, I got busy shit. Of course, because he had the busy shit I got to do, of course. No, you just were lazy, didn't take it back, didn't read the goddamn... return policy on your receipt, and now you returned it and you're mad because you can't get the money back, right. And you're going to blame us because how can you blame how do you make the connection? Like, well, I got this from this place, I didn't like it, I'm returning it, they won't give me money back, well, somebody better. Like, no.
Yeah.
You that's why we have it there. You go there to get it. If you would have got it from our company itself, I'd get you to the right department, they'd look into that, see what they could do.
That's what that is, dude. That's just the Dr. Dedurbant mentality we have.
Yeah, it is. It's just like I deserve, and I get a lot of that shit.
Somebody's like you just said, man. Somebody's gonna give me my money back. Motherfucker.
You got like the guys who call. We got a problem. Yeah.
Right.
What can I do for you? Problem is, I can't log into my account. So you'll get more of this. This is why we have the support thing. So I don't want to ruin any. I'm not saying we have anything planned because we really don't. We kind of improvise that.
You improvise.
But goddamn, it just makes you look at people and go, I don't know how to understand how you even function in this fucking world because you're a fucking retard. And yes, I use the word
how
retard.
How you lived this long?
Yeah.
Really. There's people older than us, dude. That I'm just like, are you serious? Like, did you do this all your life, or is this something new?
Like, what the hell do you think this is? Like, how are we gonna get you? First of all, how are you gonna get you money, dumbass? We're gonna put the credit on your fucking account so that you can spend it on the thing that you just returned? No, because you can't use it. We're gonna send you a check because, oh my gosh, I'm sorry you didn't like it. Because guess who do you think took the money? Do you think do you think Best Buy actually gives us takes the money and then gives us the money after the fact? No, dumb fuck. They purchase it before and then sell it after. It's not on us anymore. It's them.
Right. At that point, they sold it to Best Buy, and they don't even know which device it was.
What do they do? Hey, buddies, we got this $500 product here. We're going to give you $250 after the fact. Yeah. No, dumbass.
Wow. Yeah, dude, this is pretty stupid. Well, or I had a dumb fuck situation this week where I was just like, huh? It was a paratransit driver, go figure. And, dude, okay, and I think he has picked me up before at work in the same spot. I have him pick me up between buildings B and C because it's an easy place, pretty much a centralized place where they can find me, close to my office, where my office is in the building. So I go down there and I get on the bus and he's like, hey, you're going to have somebody. And I'm like, have somebody what? And he was like, well, all it says, there's no suite number here. Where'd you come from? And I was like, I came from upstairs. And he's like, well, there's no suite number here. And I don't know. And I'm like, well, then this is what does it say? He says, it just says between B and C. And I'm like, well, then that's where you park. If that's where it tells you where to park, you got to park there. And he's like, well, I could come find you. Like, he could come directly to my office. I'm like, dude, you will never find my office. It'll just confuse you more. So that's why I put what I put on this thing. And finally he realized he was being stupid. And he just was like, okay. Because I was sort of being a little, firm or forceful
yeah, it's
with
like, dude, first of all, him trying to, this is another thing about, it's almost, you know what I'm going to do here? This is going to be a little rare. This is a mini-sided McJesus.
Kind of, sort of.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because he's like, I'm already out here, and you're telling me I'm your customer, fuckface, right? Okay. Right. So you're acting like you're like, hey, you need a buddy, pally, and
I should be able to come and walk you out of your office.
Hey, fuck you. I'm here right now. I'm where I'm supposed to be. You're where you're supposed to be. I know what's going on. You are supposed to be like, sir, thank you very much, sir. I am your customer. Still, even though you are the driver, you might think you just drive. I am actually your customer. So you don't treat me like it's a fucking issue and a pain in the ass to deal with me, fuckface.
Right, like, if you just would make it easier. Like, he even made the comment of, you need to have somebody, and that's before that was even out of his mouth. I'm like, somebody what, man? So have somebody call in and correct the address.
Call in and correct. No, I'm standing out here, near the fucking. See, and you're like, I'm trying to explain the line of sight to you, Mr. McSighty, and that is that you're driving up. I'm out here on the curb with a cane. And
I wasn't, when he pulled up, I wasn't right out there. It took me like a minute or so to get out there. Okay. I think that's what he was more upset about. The fact that, well, I didn't know where he was, and he was, he should have been right here when I pulled up. It's like, dude, I'm coming down. If I made you wait 5 minutes, that's shitty, but I didn't. I made you wait maybe 2,
But it's interesting because if he was in any other line of work, like a cab or something like that, he wouldn't be going, hey, man.
That's true.
You wouldn't be. What the hell? Why are you so?
You know what's kind of funny though is I didn't think about the whole blind thing. I didn't even put that into the equation now until you mentioned it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I usually don't do that. Usually I'm the one that says, "Hold on, Maxwell."
Now I think you're making too much of a situation.
I think it's a little bit too extreme. Me, I'm like, no, wait a second. This fucker's like, hey. Like, dude,
buddy.
What do you think I am? Like I'm not a cargo fucking animal. Get in the back, man. Get the fuck in the back. I gotta drive. I gotta haul you across town so I can deliver you to the butcher. No, you're fucking. And you're like, and I love how you said, somebody what? Like,
yeah, well, get somebody what? And then he was like, well, right here. Where'd you come from? And I'm like,
I come from a land down under. Wind go and make thunder.
So yeah, man. You had another one too, didn't you? Another obs.
Well, that was kind of my first ob was just about how people are so stupid. Kind of my main one. Honestly, that was because it was kind of the two were kind of put together. I guess the other one is my work is work obs in terms of. I've talked about this before, but it's just coming very, very clear how management, and this is a corp thing, so this is Corponicanus Maximus, dude.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
Just they can't take responsibility for anything. It's always got to be our issue. Like, well, you got to do this. And I'm like, well, how about you schedule this and maybe ease up on the fucking numbers? Like, ease up on your okay, because it's like we're crammed for shit. So, like, basically, you can't have any time to manage your list today. We're just these lists we do. We work on these things, callbacks and shit like that to make sure the customer's happy, and everything's good for certain things. Yeah. And we have a certain amount of time every day. At least we're supposed to. Well, I guess there's a number that's not going up to par. So they postpone that for the last couple of days. So now everything is backing up and stacking up, right?
Oh shit!
And actually, this brings it. This is actually bringing it to an actual story too. So this is stacking up. So it's stacking up every day, and I'm like, and I guarantee you, next week or sometime soon, they're going to be going. Well, this is way too large. You need to make a time. Yes, it's something that they cause, and it's bugging the fuck out of me because they're basically postponing something and it's backing up. Mine's already backed up. I'm like, fuck it at this point. I'm like, whatever, you know. They're not going to give me the time to do it. If they bitch at me, I'm going to say, you postpone the time to do it, and we're nonstop calls right now. Fucking summer loving. All the fuck quads yeah.
They want it their way, but they don't want to do what, you know, if something else inconveniences them.
No.
Somehow.
What the problem is, they are so fucking focused on the profit. I know it's the business and that's the business do, that they have to wring every fucking cent out of it. So they have to tweak it so that you have barely any leeway to get things right or wrong, and you have to juggle everything all the time because that makes you stressed and that makes you fucking focused. No, it makes you fucking stressed and it makes you uncomfortable and it makes you hate your fucking job. So why don't you just ease up by a point percentage? You'll still get shit tons of profit. But maybe things will run smoother and people will be less stressed, and you want to send out these fucking emails that say, "No, this today. If you're over on this, then this will be this, and you make sure you fill out these forms." It's like, hey, it's you fuckfaces who aren't managing shit, which is why you have to take away some shit from us. It's not us fucking up. We don't control that. We take what time you give us. So stop making it seem like it's your responsibility. No, fuckface. It's yours.
For some shit they caused.
Because you are not managing shit. You're trying to wring everything out as you sign these fucking contracts and do these fucking things, and you maximize all this shit to try to maximize every little thing.
The profit and minimize the efficiency.
But and they go, well, you need to get this number. They have these percentage numbers for everything to be. And it's like, okay, how about you just realistically lower those percentages a little bit, and then you won't have to meet those percentages and won't be stressed out. You're the business. No, we're gonna profit this our shareholders. Okay, yes. I'm sorry. You'll make 5.5 billion instead of 5.7 billion. I know. I know it's horrible, and I know you can't think about that because it shouldn't. Nothing else should matter. But seriously, if you do it, your employees will actually feel like they're being treated like correctly, like, oh, if you're 1 minute over your break, well, yes, that happens sometimes. Sometimes you come back a little late, or you can't do this today. And then, like I said, next week, I guarantee you, someone's going to come to me and go, why is this so high? I mean, you didn't give me the fucking time to do it. And
that's why I asked you earlier about if you get those that get all fucking, well, you can't tell somebody that you can't help them. You know, like, that's the bullshit.
It's the same bullshit. And here's an example of what I'm talking about. There's this something called long call update. So if a call goes over a certain number of minutes, and if you don't post in the long call update thingamabobber, then basically they ping you on your chat shit and say something about it, right?
Oh, okay.
All right.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah. Hey, buddy. What's going on? Do you need any help? Which basically means what's going on?
What are you doing?
I'm helping the fucking customer. Well, for certain things, we need approval from a certain place to continue during the call to get shit done, okay? Which wouldn't be a problem.
So the call gets paused?
So I'm like, hold on just a moment while I have to wait for something here. I have to, basically have to wait for approval to get something started here. That wouldn't be a problem if they were prompt.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, here's an example.
With them for a couple
minutes?
It's
2:35 in the afternoon, and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to set this guy up. I went through all the stuff. He needed to get something done. We went, all the parameters were taken care of. Boom, right? I'm ready to roll. Hold on a moment. Got to get approval.
Approval and continue the call.
So I got to put him on hold for a bit, or at least I don't. I could probably chit-chat with him or blah, blah, blah. But that's kind of ridiculous when it happens for 15 fucking minutes, all right? I'm on the fucking waiting. I put the approval in, and 10 minutes, 15 minutes, no response. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So you want me to sit on here, and then you get upset about our call times. Well, duh. How about you don't make people... How about you allow me to make my judgment? I know I need what I'm doing. Let me approve this fucking thing because it's my fucking job, and not have me wait for this fuckface. Then guess what? My minutes time will go down because 10 minutes on a call is going to add up when it happens several times a fucking day, and it takes 10 minutes to approve something that I need to wait for before I can actually proceed on.
See, these people have no idea what you do. They manage you, but they have no idea what
they do. But it's like the disconnect. It's like they're forced. They're like, we do, and because they always say, well, I understand, but just work with it as best you can.
They just run. They
do understand, but the people above them don't. So, because here's the thing: there's layers. There's a little because I deal with the layer above myself, maybe 2 layers at the most. So those layers, I'm the ones that deal with those, and they're the ones that have to give me the bullshit because they're dealing with the layers above them who don't understand, or just for fucking pushing it in. But they have to say basically, I know I get it.
Just try.
Just do the best you can. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Don't tell me about it. If you know, don't tell me that I'm having a call.
You know the problem of it,
it's
and
fucking
you know
insanity.
It's not me, then
it's because they sign these ridiculous shit where they have these ridiculous fucking goals that they have to meet, and the company that they're signing with has these ridiculous goals that they have to meet that aren't realistic or that don't go because they have these things you have to do. You got to do this, but do this. You have these. You have to manage your lists. You have to manage your calls, whatever that you have stuck in there that aren't resolved. But you have to be on a call doing this. You really did this during the day. You can't do this. Manage this. Do this. They're two different things. We have to have time to do one, or else it's not going to get done. Now, but then we do have time to get that done. The call volume rises, and they have to stop that part of the service to lower down the fucking abandonment rate. So it's like a fucking juggling act. It's like it doesn't have to be a fucking juggling act. You run the fucking company. It doesn't have
dumb. I mean, what is the point of that whole process anyway? As far as approving more time on a call, like, look, dude, this is a fucking phone call. I'm trying to resolve some shit. If it takes an hour to resolve somebody's problem,
no, they don't have to approve more time on the call. That's not what I meant. What they have to do is, let's say I have to set something up for somebody, like a refund or something else.
Oh, for them to approve that refund.
Approve that, so I can go ahead and do it on the call. So I'm like, all right, hold on just a moment. Can I get this done? Nothing. No response. 5 minutes later, I put a question mark. Then every 2 minutes, every 2 fucking minutes. Sorry, sir. I'm gonna keep your name in this game. I'm sorry. Thank you for your patience. So there you go.
Well, they're overworked, darling. You know, there's some bullshit. There's probably something they want to complain about, them being overworked, or you know how it is. They always play that corporate
another
violin.
motherfucker in there. See, but they don't. It's like
how do you not? Jokes,
how do you not see this though? This is like the same thing I was talking about earlier. It's like this is your job to see this. Yet it's just a fucking. They don't give a shit about us, and they don't give a shit about. And let's be honest here, because this is the problem too. Is that the lower rung people like myself in these places, we look at the upper people that are quote unquote upper, which are literally the level above us, like the coaches and the managers, and we think they're the one. But they are fucking dung too. They're on the shit heap too. They're just a little higher level on the shit heap.
Right.
So they're getting the same kind of shit, but they have to pull it down to us because that's what they're being pressured to do. So it's not those two people, those two rungs above us, but people focus on those. Well, my manager, and they might be a bitch, and there might be issues, but usually a lot of times it's because they're being pressured by the shitholes above, who really don't give a fuck about anybody in that area. They don't give a fuck about us as long as the numbers are met.
So when they aren't, they're bitching at you and making. But it's like, okay, then make the shit more efficient. You know, answer my approvals when I ask for them. Don't take 20 minutes.
How about this? Interesting idea. How about allow me to make the decision and not have the approval at all?
No, because that would give you some control of their money, Charlie. They could not relinquish.
And also, I've got to be
to an underling like you, the ability to approve their money.
But it's also, and this is unfortunate, but it always goes back to this. It's also because there are a lot of fucking ass hats. Whoa.
Ass hat what?
Kind of like I heard you. I can hear you now.
Oh, you hear my chair?
No, I can hear me in the background.
Oh, you hear yourself being fucking reverberated?
I think through you, yeah.
Ooh, dinkle shinkle.
Not sure what's going on. Maybe it's up a little too high or something.
Maybe I'll lower it a bit, man.
Lower your...
Anyway, what were you saying now, man?
Anyway, so you know, it's wow, that's weird.
You still hear it?
Yeah, it's okay. So it's what the hell was I talking about? Now I lost my train of thought.
With the approval.
Oh, the approval. Yeah. So you know, if they gave us that trust, but some people are fucking retards and they ruin it. But I still don't get it though, because they can see the stats. So they see and know the stats. So if they see and know the stats, why don't they just do corrective action against those who are fucking up to improve their actions? Instead of forcing all of us to have to wait for this approval to make sure it's not fucked up. Okay, well,
one size fits all. It's that shit again.
Yeah, how about you look at who's fucking up, and if they're fucking up, then tell them they're fucking up.
Oh, that would be too much work. We'd have to monitor everybody.
Yeah, instead of actually getting, so it's just fucking madness, and it just makes you just go whatever, you know, what the fuck ever. So that's my other rant. It's just madness. It's like I feel like a rag being wrung out. And then they're wondering why there's no moisture in the rag to wipe their face. Like, well, what? This rag is dry. And they put it in the water again. Well, let's get it wet again. Oh, wait, no. Let's pour this in. It's fucking ridiculous.
Well, I always call it, somebody could stand next to them and tickle their nose with a feather. They'd reach into their desk for their Benadryl because they think that something's making them sneeze and they need to take a pill or something,
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you guys don't understand what's going on right there in front of you. Instead of trying to fight the problem, you're just making some Band-Aid that's going to affect everybody.
Well, because they're still seeing the same shit in their pocket. So that's all I really give a fuck about.
All right, as long as I'm getting my money, I don't care how
it's crazy, man. So that's my big corporate Jim B. fucking Corpronicanus Maximus rant.
Juckle buckle. Well, all right, man. Now here's another case for you to put your Admiral Analyzer hat on. Here we go.
Okay.
So, dude, I've been thinking, because basically my brother is dating somebody, well, relatively new.
Mm-hmm.
She lives in California. I guess they go back and forth. He goes to see her one weekend. She comes to see him. But here's the deal, dude. She's got 4 kids. And I guess for me, I'm like, oh my fucking God, gag me with a rock, because I just realized, dude, I am not, some people consider themselves to be family oriented. I am not family oriented, dude.
Wait, that's your big reveal?
Well, no. I'm just saying, I'm so amazed because even with my own family, I love them and everything, but it's like, all right, I'll go over for a little bit. It's been fun, guys. See you later. Whereas my brother, he's more, hey, we got to hang around. And, I know he keeps talking about, we got to go on a trip with mom or dad or something at some point. And I'm kind of like, I'm really not even feeling that, dude. I'm like, nah, dude, I don't know. It's just, it's not my thing. I'd rather, I'm a single guy. I'd rather do single guy shit.
Yeah, I could imagine like my parents coming out and seeing us and hanging out at the Ranger Resort, and having dinner and, hey, and
oh God.
Going out, yeah, I could imagine. That'd be fun, actually, one night,
One night, exactly.
But not like hanging out there for like a weekend, just like waking up hey, let's go out to no.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. It's like that's what he wants to do. Like, we should stay a week in so-and-so and buckle shuck and, and you're just like, nah. but it's just funny that I know my brother, he's always been more, that's why he doesn't have a problem with, dude, if I saw a chick had 4 kids, there'd be no fucking way, And I don't even like when the kids get attached to me. Like, if I date somebody that happens to have kids, because I have in the past, and the kids get attached to me, I'm like, don't let this kid get too fucking attached to me, because I knew I'm going to be gone sometime. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just I don't know, man. I'm just not a family dude, man. I don't know. It was something that I was kind of like, fuck, dude, I guess that's just not me. I mean,
I don't really think, I think that's kind of like saying, man, do you like to eat and fast and not swallow?
Something that's like pretty well known.
Yeah, like, yeah, duh. Like, but I get what you're saying though, because even the thought me, like, 4 kids, I'm like, ugh. This makes me go, ugh.
Well, you know what though? See, but it's like, here's the bitch, and this kind of goes into what we talk about all the time. Society makes you feel bad for feeling that way. Oh, what are you talking about? You don't love your family? You don't love fucking blah, 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 blah. And you're like, no. I just don't. Too many people complicate. This is why, like, okay, I wouldn't mind dating someone. Hell, I wouldn't mind getting married. But why the fuck would you bring extra people, EI kids, into the scenario to complicate shit, make you guys stop enjoying each other anymore?
This is probably one of the reasons why you like older women, is because you don't know that most of the time they're going to have kids that are fully grown and aren't going to be around.
Right, or out of the house and it's just me and her.
Yeah. So something similar. So, but I'm the same way though, because, and that's another thing. Society, it seems like a lot of society frowns upon is the idea that we should be choosy when it comes to that thing. Well, so what if they have kids? Most of the people your age are, yeah, but some aren't. So why can't I just be choosy about the ones that aren't?
Hey, but it's somebody who's into you, so because you have to like them.
There's always the possibility, and it's also because it's encouraged to make sure those kids are taken care of. Well, that's their mom's job, and
the dad's job.
Yeah, and the dad's job. Yeah. And the dad, or whoever's
I'm not the kid's dad.
Whoever's got responsibility for those kids, mom or dad. And a lot of times, of course, the mom takes custody of those fucking kids and says the dad isn't doing anything for the kids, but the dad just isn't because he can't fucking see them.
Well, which that's the other thing, dude. I've been seeing a lot of these Amber Alerts lately, on my cell phone, and I'm betting, dude, it's just fucking divorced parents, and the mom's pissed off because the dad took the kid, or vice versa even.
A lot of it, yeah.
You know, and it's just domestic dispute bullshit. But now all of a sudden, it ends up on our cell phones. Amber Alert, there's a fucking... So you think, oh my God, there's a child being kidnapped? Is there a crazy fucking child killer? No, it's just some fucking dad who wants time with their kid, and the mom has a shit fit and calls the cops, and it turns into this big thing, you know?
Yeah, that's like, I'm sure that happens a lot with that, you know, because especially desperation too. Like they're just like, I want to see my kids, and this woman's abusive, or whoever's abusive, the parent is abusive that has custody, and it's like they shouldn't have custody, so I need to get these kids away from them.
Yeah,
it happens sometimes too. I'm not saying it happens a lot. I think most of the time it's still.
It probably happens more often though than we think.
Oh, I'm sure it does. It happens all the time actually.
But I guess that's what I'm saying. The Amber Alerts we're seeing. These aren't like psycho killers out there abducting children. You know, it's fucking, you know, a dad who just wants to spend the day with his son or something, and the mom has a goddamn fit, and like, go kidnap the fucking kid. Oh, Jesus. And then they blast it out to everybody's cell phone.
You got to get mom's permission to take the kid a lot of times because they have custody. See?
Oh, you're right. You're right. And that kid is their property.
Yep, because it's a win. See, and that's I don't know. But before, I mean, if it works out and they have an agreement where it works out with with them, you know, then great for them. But when you said 4 kids, I instantly went. Wah, wah, wah,
and that's the shit that just makes you sick. Like, and he told me, dude, in his last relationship, the chick he was dating only had 2. But I guess she's the one he used to date. He still talks to, or did still talk to for a while. And I guess she even said, oh, if you want to come over and take the kids out sometime, you can. And I'm thinking, you know, that just sounds bad.
Take the kids out so you can go fuck somebody. Hey, my ex-boyfriend's taking the kids out.
I'm with my ex today. What the fuck?
And then she's banging some other dude while you taking the kids out to the fucking spending money on that Burger King, buying them a fucking paper crown and a fucking Happy Meal. Well, she's getting pumped while he's fucking getting the kids Little Caesars and shit.
Yeah, and ice cream and shit like that.
Yeah, fucking taking the kids out of the park, throwing frisbees while she's
guys, let's go play catch. Well, see, and this is why I don't feel the family thing. I just don't. It's like, okay, I'm here to knock the walls
out.
There's
nothing wrong with that. There's also nothing wrong with feeling that and being like, all right, well, I don't mind if they have kids, but there's nothing wrong with minding too.
Right. Well, that's it. I don't mind them having kids, but the thing is, don't make the kid a part of the central part of the equation.
It shouldn't be. Why should the kids be essential? Because if you take me, you take my kids. Well, then I'm not. You're not the package that I want. Well, then you're shallow. Wait. Let me get this straight. So you're allowed to demand that I make your kids extra people, a part of my life, and care about them and involve them, and that is fucking not selfish and not fucking narrow-minded.
I don't have any kids.
But I'm the one who's a fucking asshole because I don't want to take those demands. So I'm like, oh, I want to talk. I want you. I'm interested in you, not your kids. How dare you? You're narrow-minded and shallow.
That's it. I mean, unless it's somebody that I'm really into, whatever. But, oh, my God, dude, I don't think I could ever. I mean, there's a possibility, I guess. I don't want to say never on this, but as where I sit right now, as it stands, 4 kids would just, and, dude, I guess, like, next weekend, here's something fun. You can pull your trash can close for this one. He bought a property in Utah.
Okay.
You know, just in case of social unrest and all that other stuff starts to go down, you know. He's got a place to go. So I guess, dude, he wants to show it to my mom and I, and it's in the middle of, you know, fucking nowhere, of course. I think there's an animal shelter around there, which is supposed to be the big highlight of the trip, Schlinky. And so
I'm sure you're going to dig that.
Oh, yeah, well, that's probably, and like an animal shelter? Well, shit, I can go to an animal shelter down here. You know what I'm saying?
So you're going to go there. How far is it away? About 3 hours, some shit?
The drive?
Yeah.
I don't even know. I want to say it's Utah, so probably 2 or 3 hours, yeah.
So you're going to do that? It's going to be fun, huh?
But, well, and then, here's the next part. He's bringing the girlfriend and the 4 kids.
How are you going to fit? Who's going to fit?
Well, I'm going to ride up with my mom. But here's the crazy thing, because he originally invited me. He said, if you want, you can, go up with us on Friday night. And I'm thinking, oh, no. You guys do your thing. It's like, Nah.
It's so funny that like why would I? Okay, I guess to ask you to make sure you're invited, like, but to actually think that you want to do something like that, it's like that's what. How do you not know?
Right,
it's another how do you not know? Foot. It's another one, but that's kind of our theme tonight. How do you not know? Yeah, probably the title of our episode. How do you not know?
It's in your face. It's in your grill.
Jesus Christ! But you've known him for fucking 40 years, and
that's the point, dude. That's another thing. Sometimes, man, you got family, but just because they're your family doesn't mean they know shit about you.
Yeah, we've talked about this before, but still, I mean, you think he's an observant person in some ways, but wow.
No, in some ways, though, dude, he's totally out of the ballpark.
And what's the youngest of these kids? How old is the youngest?
I think the youngest is like 12.
Oh, God.
Yeah, exactly. They're all teenage age. And I'm
I guess that's a little better. Better than like 3. So it's like 3, 6, 9, and 12. That'll be awful. So
that would be even worse.
No wonder she can go off for the weekend.
It's all teenage,
that's why she's able to go off every other weekend, because obviously they're old enough that she can ignore the fuck out of them and let them go have parties at her house. And the 12-year-olds, whatever. No, I'm not gonna say
drinking vodka or whatever.
Out of a fucking to the pool.
So yeah, dude, it's just kind of funny that but I mean, okay, as long as he's happy, I'm happy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, okay, not everybody has to share your happy sandwich, because not everybody feels the same way. It's kind of like when Greff had, and Greff's another dude, man, I kind of want to touch on real quick. But when he had his daughter coming, remember, he was always bringing her over, and we're just like, dude, we don't get the same rush out of this. You do,
He's trying. Well, I think it's because he has no choice. He probably had to watch her a lot of times.
Well, then you know what you do? You say, sorry, homeboys, I've got to, my daughter tonight.
He can't do that. But then again, see, he knows the trade-off, though, because he's not dumb in some ways. And you know what that trade-off was, of course. Transportation. Getting to our food. Getting to our beers.
Cases,
so
I mean, there were some times, though, where I could have been okay. I'd be like, all right, bro, I understand. Because, hey, dude, you got a family, you got to do what you got to do. And anybody who steps up first, I got to give them props, man.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's why I give family people so much props, because I'm not one.
Yeah, I'm not one either.
If you can't sing, anyone else who can, you're like, oh, damn, that's dope.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like if people want kids and they're responsible and they have enough time and energy to do that, God, go for it.
Right, roll with it. But just for me, don't make me feel bad because I don't.
Yep. Exactly. Don't make me feel bad because I don't. You're missing out. You don't miss out on something you're not attracted to, because that's why you're going to miss out, because you're not attracted to.
Miss out on cancer. You know that? God damn it! Cancer is very enjoyable, and you're just going to miss it all totally.
Seriously, it's like it's a choice. We're allowed to make those choices, and as long as we know those choices are ours and we own up to them, then good. So there you go. Yeah. So you were going to say something about Greff too?
With G Motors? Yeah. Well, you could. I mean, it's funny, dude. Like, I've talked to other people too, and they kind of say, well, it doesn't seem like he's enjoying himself down there too much, or he doesn't seem very happy. It's not just me who has this observation.
That's what happens when you tie your dependence onto somebody else and don't branch out.
Well, and this is the thing, dude. See that? And again, kind of going back to family, this is where family isn't giving him enough credit, because he could live on his own. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he's not giving himself enough credit.
Well, yeah, because of what I'm sure is being shoved down his throat. You could never live alone. Never live alone.
Well, I don't think it's that.
You think it's something that's built in his own mind too?
Yeah, of course. Because here's the thing about, when has Greff ever really been? I mean, in some ways, yeah, he's timid, but he's really not in a lot of ways timid. He jumped out of his house the moment he had a girl showed up and said, "Move it." Boom, out, gone.
Yeah,
boom.
True.
It has nothing to do with that. He's afraid of living alone.
Well, okay, but what about the time I asked him to be roommates, and he didn't want to be roommates? Remember that? And he was like, "Oh, I can't do it, man. I got to look at my finances."
Well, that's because it's not a girl. Maybe he needs to live with a girl, or at least like you're right. Maybe it is a family. It's definitely a crutch thing. I don't think it's somebody else telling him. I think he's just used to it, and it's familiar, and he probably gets food every night on a friendly.
Oh, no question.
He can barbecue, roof over his head, no worries about any bills, no worries about anything. He can just fucking putter around. The trade-off for that, of course, just like anything else, is that
he's gonna be lonely
and have no freedom, and he doesn't like it out there, dude.
Well, and what's shitty is, like, okay, first of all, he's only 50, 51, 52, something like that. Mm-hmm. So he should still be working, technically. And, dude, like the other morning, he texted me at like 6:57 in the morning. what's up, my nigga? I'm just like, dude, I don't have time to sit and talk with you. I gotta fucking get ready. You know,
remember,
I almost texted him back. You need a job, man.
Or you need something, man. He needs, get a job out there, or get the fuck out of there, and come back and live. Try something in your life once, right?
Exactly. Yeah, take some kind of
risk.
I
wouldn't go back to Vegas. I'd go somewhere else.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying he should go where he's happy.
Yeah, and you think he'd probably be happier in Vegas.
Well, yeah, just because he has us here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, because now, dude, I don't think even, like, at least he could look forward to Saturday nights and nigga nights and all that shit. Where now, dude, there's nothing every day. And it's kind of funny, like, when you're a kid, you know how the days and years and everything went so long. I think it's getting back there for him now. Like, days turn into years for him. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what's happening to me. Fuck.
Not me, man. Fuck. I'm like, Jesus Christ, the year's almost over.
Well, that's what so you're saying days get longer again. So, yeah, see, for me, days are fucking just blasting by. Like, I'm like,
oh, yeah,
shit.
No. I mean, days are actually feeling like so long to that person because they have nothing to do.
Yeah.
Nothing, no spark, no spice.
Or they just blend in with each other in just one long fucking day, night, just blend. So
yeah, because it almost seems like sometimes he doesn't have a concept of the time. Like I said, 6:57 in the fucking morning.
Now remember, back there it's 9:57.
Sure, but the thing is, and he knows the time difference.
I know that's one of those things he's actually good at. Like, oh, 3 hours ahead.
Yeah, he's like, we're 2 hours ahead. So he knows that shit, dude.
Yeah.
So he must know that it's only 6:57 here. So what am I doing? But the thing is, like I said, he loses track of time, and it's just like, what next? So anyway, man, it's just kind of a sad thing. I noticed. It was my observation.
Well, that's gonna end the show on a happy note,
Isn't it? Let's say something happy before we go.
No, I don't want to say anything happy. I think it'll ruin the mood.
But I want to share my happy sandwich, like we're saying.
Happy sandwiches.
Ooh, schloogie.
Semen on my stomach. My
oxygen plummets.
Oh yeah, something.
That was great.
That was awful.
I know. I knew that.
We didn't end on a good note at all. We're fucking horrible, man.
Oh well.
Well, we got the weekend, so fuck y'all, because we don't have to deal with no corporate shit, so we don't have to deal with your shit either.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about any of those fucking timelines, deadlines, fucking.
Well, I do.
Stress
I gotta
lines. Oh yeah, but you gotta fucking probably go flirping dirt for some derping curps.
I do.
All right, well you go do that, man, because I am Cruise Control.
And I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
And that's the story there, bitches. Nothing sacred. 6/24/2016. Later, bitches.